Hello, welcome back to Outlandish Claims. We've got a Millz here. He's the only Yankee fan I know who has been a part of this show that has not gotten to express his frustration with this Yankees team. But lo and behold, as soon as he comes back, the Yankees are just off a 5-game winning streak. They just lost 2 in a row, but just won again today. There's really nothing for you to complain about, is there, Taylor?
There's a little to complain about. I think the anemic offense that chooses to hit when it wants to is concerning. I'm not going to deny that, and I really do think that the back end of the rotation is a huge concern. After what I've seen the last 3 starts from Corey Kluber, I got to say, I'm a little surprised. I'm just more worried about how far he can go with it and how long he can keep that up. I mean, 2 former Cy Youngs, he's got to know how to pitch to get that. But, I mean, it's been the last couple of weeks of the season has been a roller coaster ride because it's weird. You see the potential game to game of what the offense can really be. And then you see the big thing in the Yankees lineup is the amount of times that they strike out. And it is a problem. Not just the Yankees have that problem. It is a problem across Major League Baseball that more and more players are striking out. It's home run or nothing. Look at the Twins, too. The Twins have the same problem. I mean, for God's sakes, I heard a stat today. And I didn't know this, they're 0-7 in extra inning games. And how do you expect to win with this circus rule of starting a runner on second base when you strike out that much? And then your fundamentals up and down. Your defense is questionable for the Yankees. So, I mean, they got some things to iron out. They're lucky they finished April on a somewhat positive note, started May on a good streak, going 5 in a row, taking 2 or 3 from the Astros, sweeping the Tigers. Granted, it's the Tigers, but a win's a win at the end of the day. So, and yeah, as you said, I was the man on the street at the first Yankees-Astros game on Tuesday night. And, man, I got to say, it was electric. I haven't been part of a crowd that was that into a game since ALDS Game 3 in 2017 against the Indians when Greg Bird hit that home run off of Andrew Miller. And I've been to a lot of games since. But that game the other night, the Altuve chants, the cheaters chants, I mean, you hear the anger and the passion. 10,000 people were giving these guys. And the crazy thing is, most of the team from 2017 for the Astros is gone. I mean, you have Bregman, Altuve, Correa, and Gurriel, and Verlander. He's not even there. Their whole infield was part of it. But the rest of the team, and just the fans ganging up on every single player as just wearing the Astros across the chest, really says something about how poorly Major League Baseball handled the situation. I mean, I read a quote that somebody had said, Rob Manfred didn't do his job, so we have to do it for him. And granted, I mean, booing isn't really, a commissioner's job, but when a hunk of metal is a question and you stole a World Series from not 1, not 2, but I say 3 teams, the Red Sox, the Yankees, and the Dodgers.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to throw
4 actually. It's 4, isn't it? Yeah. So 4 teams. And then not just that, but then the questions of 2018 and then 2019 when Altuve hits the walk-off against Chapman, he doesn't want to rip off his shirt. I mean, the list goes on to how much the league really let them get away with what they got away with. And I know none of the players were going to speak if punishment was on the table for them, but the union had to draw a line. And I laugh now because apparently the Astros wrote up a complaint to MLB for hearing all the taunts that they've gotten. And fuck Altuve.
All right, then.
If the Yankees and the Rays never win a World Series in this window that they have, with the core groups of talents that they have, the pitching, the bullpens, the gamesmanship that they have overall, I'm looking at 2017 and I'm saying that is the year that defined what this core group of players is about.
I'm looking at 2017. I'm looking at 2018. I'm looking at 2019 because it wasn't just Houston. The Red Sox did it too, and then Houston did it again in 2019. That's how the Rays got cheated out of theirs. Is Game 5. I still haven't seen how. I mean, I'm no genius when it comes to looking at how pitchers tip their pitches. I admit that, but I still can't see how Glasnow was tipping his pitches. But all of Houston can. And it was 2-2, and Glasnow was arguably a Cy Young contender that year who didn't get really any love, but he was showing his stuff. He had done really well the first game, and then the second game he comes in and gives up 4 runs or 6 runs in the first inning. What? No. I'm sorry. No, I don't care how much you're tipping your pitches. There's some other shady shit going on. And it's very interesting to me that the only team that could beat them was a team with Steven Strasburg, Max Scherzer, Patrick Corbin, and Daniel Hudson working in relief.
And that was Go ahead, Adam. Sorry.
No, sorry. What were you saying?
I was going to say, and the Nationals are a team that couldn't find themselves for the first month and a half of the season.
Nope. They were the best team with the Dodgers. They had the best record to close out the season from, I think, June on or May onward. They had the best. They were tied for the best record in the majors. They were just that good. The cheating didn't affect them. Tampa was still young, and they still are young, but Tampa was young. They took 2, and they should have won a third, in my opinion. It should have been Tampa versus the Yankees again, which I don't know how that would have gone. But could you imagine if it was Tampa versus the Yankees, how much worse this rivalry would be now in 2019 if they had faced each other in 2019 like they should have?
About it.
It's insane. It's a lot of fun for me to think about because I think baseball's better with heated rivalries.
Oh, absolutely.
But the heated rivalry that's going on with Houston isn't really a heated rivalry. It's their cheaters who stole a title from the Dodgers, from Boston, but then Boston stole it again from the Yankees, from the Rays. Technically, even though they were playing the Rays, they cheated. Even though they're playing the Yankees, they cheated throughout the year. So they took the title away from maybe Oakland, who was a wild card team. They took it away. They took away the chance for Minnesota to play a team not named the Yankees in the first round. They cheated just by the fact that they cheated throughout the year. They cheated so many more teams out of their title shot than just the 3 or 4 we talk about.
And it caused a butterfly effect for years to come. I think the league would be a lot different if Houston didn't cheat. There'd be a different champion, of course. Maybe Houston wouldn't continue to keep the core they had and not assert dominance, but at least be a top team in the league. They might have been like the Yankees are currently now, where they're struggling to find their team identity. But It's more of a what if.
And think about all the players who were at the AAA level who got called up to face the Astros in a pitching or in a spot start, a relief appearance, and then they got sent down. Their service time might have been affected. Their whole career might have been affected just from that one start.
It's going to be a stain for a while, and honestly, whoever gave that quote that Manfred didn't do their job, so we're going to do ours, or we're going to do it for him. You're not doing his job. You're just doing your job better than he did his at this point.
I mean,
so
think of it, because the fact that they banned Hinch and Cora and they came back and got jobs right away just tells you how much the office of Major League Baseball cares about this scandal.
And
to be fair, I don't even think Hinch deserved it. I think Hinch probably got the brunt of it for no real – I mean, he got it for a good reason, but he –
Well, he got it because he was the manager.
He did – I know, but it's not like he sat on his hands and let it go on.
He said his piece.
He beat the crap out of the television. He's like, no, cut it out, and they didn't care. So I mean, at that point, if you go to the league, that's probably what you should have done. Which is why I think it's fine. He got punished. He didn't go to the league, but I don't think he deserved to get more of a punishment than the players did, and it's crap.
Well, and think about this. Think about this also. A guy like Carlos Correa, he's still going to get his money.
Bregman too.
Bregman
too.
I mean, look at Springer, $150 million.
He doesn't really play.
And he hasn't played yet. I mean, granted, injuries are injuries. You know, like I'm never going to question that. But the fact is, he still got his money. The other teams don't seem to care when it comes to improving their lineup. Where's the integrity of the league now? There are teams that are going to be looking for shortstops this coming off season. There's plenty of teams. Oh, and I didn't even mention. Oh my God, this angers me even more. I didn't even mention the fact that Jose Altuve stole an MVP. And in all statistical categories, Aaron Judge was better that season than batting average and strikeouts.
And where has Judge gone since then? Where have you gone, Judge DiMaggio? Nation turns its lonely eyes to you.
He's been an average player at best. I'm willing to accept that.
It's just a shame because he had such promise. I hope he figures it out.
An average player that is now getting every other day off, it seems, because they don't want to continuously injure him. Where you kind of built this, not team, but at least the aura of the franchise around Judge, especially with the Chambers. You built him as this guy who was going to be like
Your star,
not specifically Jeter's heir, but the image of this current core. And they haven't done much with him. He hasn't done much at all either.
You know what the Yankees should do to help Judge hit better?
What would that be?
Let's hear it, Adam.
Wow.
Oh, he grabbed the trash can.
It worked for Altuve. There go my dogs. I pissed them off.
Sing me the song of the Houstonian people.
Bang, 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 bang.
Bang, bang into the room.
I just want to bang on the trash all day.
That is a perfect place to end this episode. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed banging on the trash can for y'all. Maybe next time I'll take some requests. Tomorrow we'll be back, and unfortunately for Taylor and everybody else with their sense of hearing, I will be doing most of the talking because it's Ask the Host Part 2. Woo! Millz loves it, so we wanted to give it to him to do. So we'll see you then.
I liked it. Fuck Altuve.